Welcome to the Rankle Podcast Reaction Show, where we discuss the lists we just put together.
Yeah, we do.
Ranking our favorite cartridge games. And Don, there were certain games you said you were going to hold on to for the reaction show.
Yeah, so what was nice about the early to mid, maybe even early to late 90s in cartridge game, I was going to say history, but that was a very nice part of video game history where almost every movie that came out had a video game that accompanied it.
Yeah.
So we had, on Nintendo, we had the Jaws game, which was, I mean, it would be worse than a Flash game now. It was just literally, you would drive around.
I was going to say, these games were not good.
No, they weren't
They
good.
didn't give a shit
and
about.
they were almost like clones of each other.
Like, they didn't give a fuck about being good games. It was like, how can we make more money on each of these movies? Well,
So,
people like Jaws. Great,
so,
thanks.
I mean, Jaws wasn't bad. I think that was before it really got commercialized real bad. But it would be like you just drive around this boat and you're chasing like Jaws. You're chasing Jaws through the harbor, and then like you get out, and then you have to like spear fish for fish to get Jaws close, and then you kill them, and then rinse and repeat until you got against big Jaws. I never beat it. Then we also had Top Gun. Neil played the hell out of Top Gun on
Sega Genesis.
I think it was on Nintendo
NES.
still. And like it'd start off on like 16-bit taking off a fighter jet from the thing, and they'd have a little flag dude, super epic. Hide into the danger zone. And then you'd have dogfights in the air with like super terrible animation, like gunfights and stuff.
16-bit animation.
But at the end of the game, you had to land the plane.
Ooh.
On an
runway?
aircraft carrier.
Ooh.
And
so you went through all this fighting in the air.
Yep.
And then, like, by the way, you still
turning
have to
upside down, flipping off enemy MiGs, like fuck you, asshole.
Because I was inverted.
We had a piece where we had what were you doing that close to that MiG? Keeping up international relations. What does that mean? But then you had to land it. I've only seen it landed one time, and it was with my brother and my cousin down there playing. It was a single-player game, but we were under the impression that if you were both running, like if you had a co-pilot running controller 2 at the same time, and you guys communicated and did the same stuff at the same time, then it was beneficial and it would land it better. And they landed it one time. Like they'd beat the whole fucking game. Get to the end. It's like landed on the aircraft carrier. It's like, celebration time, baby. Shots all around. We got hookers in the back.
What we got to do is land the plane.
Land this bad boy, Maverick. Fucking crash and burn into the ocean. Crash and burn onto the deck. Oh, God, no, Maverick's dead.
They're going to see a tragedy today. Oh, that's outstanding.
But
so the time that they landed it, was it like you won the fucking Super Bowl and you're like just basement, like, woo! Oh my God!
Like I might have been 6 years old, and it was like the coolest thing I had
like,
ever
it was the
seen.
defining moment of my life.
Because it wasn't like they attempted it over and over and over again. This was probably hours upon hours of work and troubleshooting and them bitching at each other. It's like, did you hit down B, you son of a bitch? I said down left B. Motherfuck. And you know it didn't matter what the person on the second controller was doing.
It didn't matter one bit. But they were getting bitched at.
But it was probably the very first time they tried it and it worked. But it was amazing. The other games they made, though, Lion King.
I was going to say Aladdin. Aladdin was actually pretty decent, I think.
Well, Lion King and Aladdin were the same fucking thing. It's platforming.
I never had Lion King.
It was just you jump from thing to thing to thing, and you get to the end of the level, and it's like, you did it. And you played through the movie, like the pivotal scenes of the movie. Lion King was good, but you had like a roar mechanic and stuff like that. But what were some of the other ones? There was a Toy Story game. This Toy Story game was actually decent.
Was
That
the Toy
on Sega
Story game?
Genesis.
I think you're right. I don't know who had a Toy Story game, but
I had one.
did you?
I probably when you bought. Did I give you my Sega Genesis at some point?
I don't think so. Because that's like the third time in the last 2 weeks somebody has accused me. Did I give you my Sega Genesis?
I know.
No,
I know who I gave it to. I gave it to your cousin, and she never gave it back. She was like, "You gave it to me." I was like, "I let you borrow it." "You gave it to me. It's gone." Okay, I guess I'm never getting it back. Sure would like it though.
I would love to have that back.
It's
Jackie?
mine. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, who the fuck would that? Jackie, you've got Don's Sega Genesis.
Give it
Give
back.
it back. She's like, I sold it for $4. Okay. All right.
My mom threw it away. Well, no.
Give me that $4.
Yeah, that was every kids movie that came out had a shitty. You probably beat it in 30 minutes game that came out too, but games back then were $20.
Right. Who cares?
I mean,
now there's
my parents did
$60 for shit. Also, NBA Jam on Sega
boom
Genesis.
shakalaka.
It was. I don't even know if the game was fun, but the announcers were
He's
outstanding.
heating up from outside.
And it was like that's exactly how they were. Like now they sit down like announcers and are like the 2-2 pitch swung on, high chopper to short, thrown over to first, and they've retired the side. Back then was like, oh yeah!
All it was exclamations.
Just
You just walk into the recording booth and you're like, "There's only 8 things on here. Shout it."
right. Just
What do you mean?
scream it.
Like you just saw the coolest this ever. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Boom shakalaka.
He's on fire! Like, what the fuck is going on?
Might have to put a headphone warning on for this episode.
Nope.
It's like a not the expert episode. Nope. What?
Oh boy.
Jesus.
Yeah, no.
Simmer down.
There's a reason this screen is cracked.
I'm trying to think of we didn't talk about Mario Party.
Nope. I thought that would have been one of your number ones.
It was really close. Mario Party should have probably been in my honorable mention at least.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you started talking about Mario Kart, and I was like, I like Mario Party so much better than Mario Kart. Just Ethan was a star-stealing whore. Like he would always at the end you could steal stars, or you could get that ghost. There was a certain part of the board that you could trigger that you could steal stars from people, and he would
be a star stealer.
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun, and you could do 100-turn game, and it would be like 5 hours of video games.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
So that is this episode of the Rankum Podcast reaction show to Cartridge games. You can find the podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and everywhere else that you get podcast stuff.
It's always you just say it with
Podcast.
it's so nonchalantly like, who cares if you listen to this shit?
I don't have the timer for the outro in front of me, so I just have to keep talking.
You got 25 seconds.
Oh, well, let's have a full-length conversation. You can find me on Twitter at Donnie_G.
Boom shakalaka.
You can find Garrett on Twitter at Garrett C. Wright. And
10 seconds.
Yeah, come watch me on Twitch play vid games.
I would say, can you play like cartridge games on Twitch?
Honestly, I might try and find some games on Steam to play on Twitch.
Please do. And we'll catch you next time right here on the Rankum Podcast. Bye.
Bye.